I hope you watched episode 19 on praying at the speed of love and fell in love just like I did with Clark Strand and Perdita Finn and The Way of the Rose. This is a first for me. It didn't happen on my previous show, The Soul Directed Life. It hasn't happened on Praying at the Speed of Love, but it happened with Clark and Perdita. One conversation didn't even scratch the surface. We simply had to, and I think that first conversation might have been almost an hour and a half long. It was still nothing. Because when you're exploring an ancient mystical prayer, there's more to talk about, more to discover than whatever we could cover in one conversation. And so I immediately said, won't you come back? And so we get to wrap up the year, the very first year of Praying at the Speed of Love, with conversation number 2. And I don't think that's going to be enough either, with Clark and Perdita and The Way of the Rose, which I trust you know is the way of the Rosary, but not any rosary your mother told you about, the radical path of the divine feminine hidden in plain sight, right under the nose of the patriarchal Catholic Church in the Rosary. So in the first conversation, they gave us the basics and how the Hail Mary, for example, is an ancient worship of the 3 faces of the goddess, surprise, and that this prayer practice existed 5, 10,000, way before the patriarchal Catholic Church appeared on the scene and tried to get people to stop praying to the goddess. And that wasn't a big success. So, okay, let's at least turn it into a Catholic prayer practice. But it isn't, it wasn't, it never was, and it never shall be. And because of this book and these wonderful people, I picked up my mother's rosary for the first time in 50 years. I haven't said a rosary for 50 years. So in part 2, not only is it the first time we've had 2 conversations, but it's the first time I've been so naked on air. I mean, you know from reading my books that I will spill my guts. Like starting with Writing Down Your Soul, I described a pretty horrible situation. And I still get emails from people saying, your story is my story. I can't believe how honest you are. Well, we're taking this to the nth degree. I still can't believe I said this on air. But I am sharing and asking Clark and Perdita with some help with understanding a big question. And it came because of Clark's experience with Our Lady, the girl, this apparition that he has, teaching him to pray the rosary. And at one point, she says, closer than a whisper, the words are almost a kiss. You haven't prayed for anything. Is there nothing you want? Now, that word want, I sat up and went, uh-oh. Because I've been not wanting and teaching not wanting for years. That's what my book, The Lotus and the Lily, is all about. Instead, I create these mandalas, mystical mandalas of love, that hold, they're very simple. I'll be making my 2021 this week. But they hold my intimate relationship with the divine. They hold my commitment to live my soul's most sacred conditions in order to create in my entire body, my entire life, my entire home, all my work, the fertile conditions in which the divine can express herself in and through and as me. And since I've been doing that, not asking for anything, Janet doesn't ask for anything, Janet doesn't set any goals, miraculous things have happened, much more miraculous than anything I could come up with. So I'm a big fan of not wanting, not asking, not setting any goals. And then along comes Clark. Oh dear, So he says this was like a dare out of a fairy tale. Like, oh dear, dear, dear. Huh. Now you got to remember, Clark was a very highly trained Zen Buddhist monk. So he says, I had always subscribed to the Buddhist party line when it came to desire, even those of the heart. Desire was the cause of suffering, the Buddha had said, and now I wasn't so sure. Maybe all our suffering as a species and our pain as individuals could be traced back to one simple question and our failure to get it right. What did we really want? Now I'm a wreck reading this because I haven't allowed myself to ask that question, right? Well, but she presses him and he has to go inside and turn into his heart. And he discovers, yes, there was something he wanted. What I wanted was this, just this. I looked down at the beads like a handful of seeds, black but still visible in the starlight on my palm. And I said, teach me what these can do. And so I had to ask myself, what is my heart's most sacred desire? And in episode 20, I share it. Still can't believe I did that. But join us for episode 20, the conclusion of the first year of Praying at the Speed of Love, in which Janet confesses her heart's most sacred desire and talks about praying her first novena, requesting that her heart's most sacred desire be fulfilled. Episode 20 on Praying at the Speed of Love. Listen, get your gift on the mysteries and come and share your heart's most sacred desire in our Facebook group. Praying at the speed of love. Think about that. At the speed of love, your heart's desires will be fulfilled.